So, welcome to my class. And in the last class, we talked about the covering letter. That means the letter which comes before we float or we bring about the questionnaire about any topic. So, just go through. It's a small little class that we're going to have. Now, just look at this. Now, you have to draft a questionnaire, as we said, and the questionnaire is about the study into the standard of living of unmarried working females. So based on that, we have made a questionnaire. So in the questionnaire, what happens? What do you find? So in that, of course, you will write, please kindly fill up the questionnaire and all. And the covering letter, as we talked about in the last class, we've already given them the questionnaire, the covering letter. And in that itself, you can request them to return. Either if it is by post, you can put your address and a postage stamp. If it's an email, then it just comes back to your address. And if it's an enumerator, he's doing the job on the field. So whatever it is. Now let's just see. So name, age, address. So since it's a female, we are not going to write it's a male or a female. And since it's unmarried, already mentioned, so no marital status to be given. Then number of members in the family, say 1 to 3 or 4 to 6. So is that single woman supporting somebody or what? Then the monthly income, 0 to 10,000, 10,000 to 20,000, etc. You just have to tick mark. Then educational qualification, you can write about that also. Okay. Then you have nature of employment, is it permanent or temporary? You can find out about that. So in the monthly income, you can talk about the basic salary, the earner's allowance, bonus, other allowance, or any other source of income, or any deductions for that matter. Okay. So then also you can, of course, in this, which I have not given, I think, monthly expenses you can fill up. Monthly expenses, which I have not given, you must fill up, because only then can you know how much it goes on food, clothing, rent, education, fuel, health, and others. Monthly expenses. Now, why I left it out? Because it's the most important part of this questionnaire, because you're trying to gauge the standard of living, and if you see the monthly expenses based on these items like food, clothing, rent, education, fuel, health, travel, entertainment, whatever you want to give. Okay, so that is a must, you must give it here. So I just let it out for you to understand that if you lose out on that, how I mean, then the questionnaire holds no water. So you have to make sure that the important thing should be there. So you should go through this again to find out what did we miss out in this questionnaire. So again, then of course we can talk about if the number of phone connections, how many mobiles you have, whatever, what type of transport do you own, how do you use if you're going from one place to another. Then if it's a residence, is it your own or is it on rent? Then how much is your monthly saving? And if they say no, then you can go ahead that what other occupation would you like to do for monthly saving. Now in the covering letter it was written, and of course the pilot survey also we talked about. So once I make this questionnaire, then I must be very careful to make a pilot survey as I've written. So once you make the questionnaire, you will do the pilot survey and you will say, come on, you did not even write this, you did not even give the monthly expenses on different items, why didn't you do it? And in fact, when you have you might have even better ideas. Are you other items which doesn't come to my mind right now. So in a pilot survey, it's very important because the investigator comes to know the drawbacks of the questionnaire. So this was one big drawback. When I did the pilot survey, I came to know that I have not put the monthly expenses on the various items that I would want to know: food, clothing, rent, education, fuel, health, travel, entertainment, and others. So then I came to know, then I'm going to insert it in the next one, which you will do, not me. You're going to insert that. And then when you do the pilot survey, then you can know the performance of the enumerators. That means how long will it take for an enumerator to go from place to place finding these out. And the numerators should know the local language. That is also there. And so when I did the pilot survey, so one comes to know about how to improve the questionnaire also. So all of that, it becomes very interesting when we talk about a questionnaire and we talk about a pilot survey and how to frame a questionnaire and how to give the covering letter in which you write why do you want to do this, why after all do I want unmarried girls and all, because if it's a gated society, it's written over there, where are you living. So do we want how do we want them to be safe in their that area, or do we need more transportation this side, or do we need more uh, security personnel here, and all of that. Okay, so the question could be what are the qualities of a good questionnaire, or make a sample of a questionnaire, and you will be given the given the say on what the survey has to be conducted, or what is the topic of the research. All right.